Hi, I'm Lori Seavey, and this is Karen Shores of the Seavey Realty team, and we're here for another episode of Sold on Local. Today we are super excited to be at the Preservation Framer, located in downtown North Attleboro at 31 North Washington Street, where they do have parking in the front and they do have parking also located in the back.
The Preservation Framer is a family-owned business dedicated to delivering exceptional design solutions for custom picture framing and presentation. With a strong commitment to community, supporting the arts and craftsmanship, the Preservation Framer provides expert services in custom framing, digital photo restoration, and printing, helping clients preserve what matters most. We are here today to interview the owner, Matt Slobogin.
All right, Matt, I am really excited just to be in here inside Preservation Framers and to let the community know about you. And personally, I'm really happy that you're in North Attleboro. But my question is, what made you choose North Attleboro?
North Attleboro was not our first choice. And at the time, 2008, Preservation Framer had no experience in a storefront. We looked around for available space. We needed at least 1,200 square feet. And while I was walking downtown, I noticed a 1,200 square foot space open that used to be a hair salon. It had hardwood floors, it had tin ceilings, brick, and that was for rent. I went in and talked to the landlord immediately and was writing a check as I walked in the door. And that was 2008, and we were at that location, which is across the street at 16 North Washington, for almost 10 years before we moved to 31 North Washington.
Okay, and what made you fall in love with this place?
The exact same characteristics, yeah, except for it was larger. At this time we needed to grow. We needed more space for all the work that we have been doing, which was at a warehouse, which is on Orange Street, which is had now been sold and is now Rockland Federal Credit Union. So that over there used to have a warehouse that we rented, and 2020 we moved everything into this location after renovating in 2018. So this had the same tin ceilings, the floors, the brick, had all the aesthetics that I wanted Preservation Framer to embody.
Right, it does. It's an amazing place. It really is. And I'm glad that all those other towns did not work, that you could be here in North Attleboro. So how long have you been in business?
This is our 18th year. So we just celebrated our 17th anniversary, November 8th. So the first 10 years were very successful for a small business of our industry. We do well over what I think the estimated average small frame shop does. So at that point we realized that it was a good idea to move into a new space where possibly it was larger, we could expand and offer maybe some more services, maybe some more employees, more work, and it has paid off. Yeah.
So what are the most requested items or services that your customers ask you to provide?
Customers come in with a variety of things. It's hard to say what they all are, but they basically boil down to canvases, which we can stretch and then frame. Paper art, which would be like prints, posters, diplomas, watercolors, anything on paper substrates. Then we get into needle art, like crochet, needlepoint. We offer specialty services for mounting those. Memorabilia, like jerseys, football jerseys, basketball jerseys, hockey jerseys, any jersey, t-shirts. And then sometimes you'll get a variety of these things in one design. Okay. So there might be posters, prints, tickets, hockey puck, maybe a hockey stick, a hockey jersey. All these can be in one design.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anything can be framed.
Yeah, I've yet to find something that we can't frame.
Okay, okay. Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the process like when someone comes in with something like that they want a custom frame, whether it's a print or just memorabilia? What is that process like?
Usually people come in with their artwork and we design right here, right where we're standing. This is one of our design counters. We have two, so if it gets busy, everyone has a spot. But we'll start here. We'll decide which way we want to go with whatever kind of artwork it is, if it's paper, if it's fabric, if it's canvas, and so forth. Sometimes we have to make decisions based upon what's best for the piece. So sometimes it's just structural, where the canvas is rolled, it needs to be stretched first. Then we can start talking about design elements, colors, styles, and all that. In this case right here, this is an actual screen print from 2013 by Andy Reach, who is a North Attleboro High School graduate and worked for us for on and off flexible hours when he was in college. He went to Mass Art, and we purchased this from him quite a ways back. It's 2013 actually, and we did a raised float on this artwork. It's a screen print on a heavy art paper, and we didn't want to lose the edge, so we thought the edge was very cool to include in the design. So instead of putting the mat board over it and hiding it with a straight line, we exposed the signatures and the deckled edge and put it up high and get a little shadow line. Now we need a frame that's going to accommodate the depth of that. Okay. So the process of framing depends on which direction we go in with whatever substrate we're framing. Okay. Right? And then at that point, you can say, can it match my curtains?
Exactly. Good question.
And it seems like there's so much to choose from. So what are some of the options that they have in terms of the custom framing?
Well, the options seem limitless, and they kind of are until you start working with us, because we're designers and we have decades of experience with color, shade, and design elements, styles, and so forth, that we want to bring those elements together in a way that is harmonious and not dissonant or out of tune, unless that's exactly what the customer wants. We have different approaches, so we'll help narrow it down. It seems overwhelming, but we will be able to bring it down to 2 or maybe 3 options. Maybe good, better, best. Maybe affordable to very expensive, depending upon where the frames come from. But we'll work with you to find what's best.
Okay. Yeah. And where do your framing options come from?
Some of the samples you see out here are Italian made, and we have it shipped to us in length. So this is molded. You get a long 10-foot length, and then we miter it and join it, and then assemble it all together in the framing package. This is also Italian. This here is made in China. So we have import frames that come in lengths. Then we also have hardwoods harvested in North America that come in lengths, or just raw wood. And then we mill them, chop them, join them, spline them, sand them, stain them, and finish them by hand. So yeah, so it ranges from import, which tend to be a little more affordable, but also tend to be a little on the lower quality, not low quality, but just compared to the higher end hand finished frames. The range is from import to hand finished, handmade.
Okay, wow. And do you make your own frames here?
We do. We have a whole line that we make ourselves here in the basement, from raw wood, milled down, rabbited, sanded, finished, joined, splined, and painted or stained in probably 100 different colors. Wow. Yeah, so if one option doesn't work for you, you can actually be flexible to maybe find just the right color and do it custom.
Okay. I know that personally, our family, we have had about 20 jersey frames made from you. And I will say the quality is absolutely incredible, and they hold up. We've ordered some, I want to say when you first started out, and then we just ordered probably another 7 more recently, and just the quality of them is really incredible. So this is the only place we'd come if we were ordering a frame. So I'm really impressed with the quality here. Yes.
Thanks, Laurie.
Yeah, and then so how long would the process take from start to finish on something like this?
We generally say 2 to 3 weeks, but it really depends on what the frame is. If it's an import frame, there's less time, chopping, joining. If it's a handmade frame, it can be 3 weeks. If we're very busy, it can be a month. Okay. So it really depends on the process of the frame. The frame is what will take a little bit longer.
Right. Okay.
Or if there's other services involved, if I do a photo restoration and a print, a sew down, handmade frame, it might be multi-process. So it might take 2 weeks for one, 2 weeks for another, and then we got to finish that frame and let it dry appropriately, and then assemble it.
Okay, okay.
So what are some of the other services that you're offering as well.
Well, as I just mentioned, that's one of them. The photo restoration is one of the services that we do offer. I'll do the scanning and digital touch-up, anything from very simple to very, very destroyed, and bring it back to make a new photo. And because we're scanning it, we can reprint it to enlargement or reduction, depending upon what's necessary. If it's a large piece, we can multi-scan it and bring it down to a small, and if it's a small piece that is in a fairly good condition, we can then restore it to 100% condition and then print it larger. Right?
Super special, though. It's super special to be able to do that, because long ago it could be your grandparents or great-grandparents or something, and to be able to get something like that restored is really precious.
A lot of times when we do the restoration, and we do see these during the holidays, it is the only photo left of a particular person. And it might be very faded, it might be a piece of the face is missing, or relatives want copies, but they don't want a copy of a distorted, broken picture. So we'll scan it, fix it, make multiple copies, or sometimes they just want the digital form. But we like to print them. Different options for printing. We have luster printing, which is for photos, and then if something is more along the art side, like newspapers print well as an art print, or a giclée as they call them, it's inkjet on a heavy tooth paper, and that will come across better than a luster print, which is for photography. Yep. So we offer those two printing services.
Okay, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I love all that.
Well, thank you so much for having us, Matt. Is there anything else you want to touch on, or anything we may have missed?
Nothing that we've missed particularly. There's so much that we offer, it's hard to boil it down. Yeah. I think we got the gist of it here, and I appreciate you for coming in and guiding me through this.
Yeah.
Question by question. We've, like I said, 17 years in the business. Most of us have been in business longer than 17 years. So, accumulated between my employees and myself, we must have like 55, 60 years in customer service, picture framing, and designing.
Right, and I think this is definitely a place where people need to come, because one, it's beautiful in here, you offer some other items for sale, but I think what you do is unique, and the way that you do it is excellent. So I'm really happy that you're here in North Attleboro.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you so much. I learned so much about what you offer, and we appreciate it, and congratulations on your anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah.
And thank you to everyone for watching this episode of Sold on Local. We'll be back with another small business next time.